I asked my kids what courage meant to them and when they might need a dose. They were literal, as kids tend to be. My daughter said it took courage to do a back handspring in her gymnastics class. My son said he would need courage if he was inside a volcano when it started to erupt, or if someone was shooting at him. Neither turned the question back at me, perhaps because they think parents don't need courage. It's just something you automatically have once you grow up. I didn't tell them that just having children is a supreme act of courage, that letting her take gymnastics in the first place feels like courage to me, and how am I going to muster the courage to deal with it if he ever has to go off to war? I've figured out that courageous parenting takes two exactly opposite forms. There's the courage it takes to just let life happen to them as they grow and mature, letting them make their own mistakes, deal with the consequences, and figure out the balance between freedom and responsibility. I'm talking about having the courage it'll take to let him borrow the keys for the first time. The other kind of courage is a willingness to continue enforcing my will and values, to say no and stick with it, even when I get that break-your-heart-quivering lip, or later, the contemptuous, "you're so uncool" rolling of the eyes. She's only 11, but I already have to screw up a little courage to ask pointed questions about her friends. Sure, sometimes I'd rather do a back handspring into an erupting volcano than have to talk to my kids about sex or terrorism. But they can't afford for me to be a cowardly lion who pretends his children are growing up in Oz. When it comes to those questions about when and where courage might be necessary, there's no place like home.